anybody gauge your attractiveness or tell you that you're average at best in terms of how attractive you are as a woman. You don't even know if they really like women like that. If they, if they're attracted to any woman. I'm not even being funny. I'm just being real.
No. You ain't being funny, and you ain't being real. You trying to throw it. You being a modern woman. So now, if you look average, a dude gotta like dudes. Really, Derrick? Really, Derrick? This is what we doing? You did this? Oh my! I didn't know this was on this video. You said that? Derrick, you ain't just say that, fam. Derrick, you ain't just say that, fam. You ain't go there. Real TV, Team Jaxn, what's happening? Back to watch Derrick once again put his foot in his mouth with one of Kevin Samuels' most infamous calls, the most infamous call that he has. Let's get into this.
Is what I'm realizing.
And ma'am, and that's my point. You ladies all feel like, listen, you ladies all feel like you're the exception to the rule. And then when someone like myself comes along and gives you a dose of reality, instead of just accepting it, it's like, yeah, but I'm special. You don't know any men on this level that are not your father, that aren't related to you. That means you don't know these men. You don't know where to go get them. You don't know what they want. But you're still saying, pick me. They don't want mid-30-year-old baby mamas. They're trying to be polite, man, but they don't want those.
Not only is he trying to be polite, he's just telling her the truth. She don't even know the dudes that she's talking about. So how would you know what they want?
Can I ask you a question?
Did you hear what I said?
Right.
Yes.
Why is that so? Okay, go ahead.
Why is it so what?
Go ahead.
Okay. So do you feel like a woman like me?
Uh-huh. What would you rank yourself on a scale from 1 to 10? You cannot use 7.
Would I rate myself?
Just your face.
My face when I wake up, 5, but when I put myself together, 6.
Okay. And how tall are you?
5'5".
Dress size.
I'm sorry?
Your dress size.
A 3.
Okay. So that makes you, if you give yourself a 5, that's average.
Yes.
So average looking women tend not to get high earning men. They tend to get average men.
And that shouldn't be a problem. But it is in people's heads. But whatever.
So,
Did you, I mean, stop right there. Stop right there. Stop right there. Breathe and digest. You're 35 years old and you can look around and see the world. You don't tend to see higher earning men with average looking women off rip. If you do see them, they got their average looking woman when they were both really young and he built his way up. But a man earning the kind of money you're talking about does not go for an average looking woman.
And everybody knows this. It should just be facts. I don't even understand what the big deal is.
I mean, my body is not average, so.
But ma'am, you please don't make me say it.
Say what?
He's trying to be nice.
I really just wanted some advice. I love your.
I'm giving you advice, but you're not taking it. The advice is, ma'am.
He's giving her great
you're
advice.
Average looking at best.
I'm taking it in, but.
Okay, but you're not accepting the fact that. Okay. Average looking women. Average looking woman who's older. Average looking older woman with a 13-year-old son. Average looking woman with a 13-year-old son with a sketchy baby daddy.
One of the most underrated qualities of Kevin Samuels is his patience. People think he just bashed women and all this. This guy had like a upper echelon level of patience. Like everybody knows dealing with people and talking to people who aren't listening is irritating. And he was graceful with people. And people don't give him a much, like his fans do, but his detractors don't understand how patient he was with people. He really is and was. May he rest in peace.
This gets worse every time I say something. And now you're asking for a man who's in the top 10% of men. You don't qualify for one. And you're making, I mean, I don't want to have to go there.
Look at Derrick. Derrick is fuming. Like, man, he's destroying my whole platform. He talking to everybody I'm uplifting. He telling them the truth. Look at the look on his face. I haven't even said nothing about him. Look at the look on his face. He could fight. He'll be ready to fight at this moment. He's hot. I've never seen him look like this.
But
Derrick
you
mad.
All these other factors. Why can't you just get a man that's an average guy?
Sometimes I feel like in order to fully submit, I have to feel like he's in.
Well, then you're gonna die alone. How about that? Let me just cut to the chase, man. You can feel like what you want to, but women like you die alone. Straight up.
And it's sad.
Because you think you're better than the men that you qualify for. And the only reason, honestly, man, that I can see a woman like yourself really thinking you deserve more is because you earn more money than most people around you in North Carolina. Most people get average people, especially average people. You're an average person. I mean, let's be...
We live in a generation of people that's gonna make their job disqualify them from a relationship. Like, because you make a certain amount of money, you're gonna look past somebody just because they make a certain amount of money. Like, broke has turned into something different now. Like, broke used to be broke. Now broke is like, oh, you make $80,000? Like, yo, you sound kind of dumb. Especially when you've dated a actual broke guy before. You know what I'm saying? Women different now, but they'll learn.
You're not running Microsoft. You got a pet grooming business. You've been making 6 figures for the last 3 years. Okay. But if I'm looking at you, if I looked at you and I took all that off of you, all the eyelashes and all the hair, what do you look like out there?
I mean, I look the same. I'm just...
No, you don't. Because if you did, you wouldn't have all that on.
I'm sorry?
No, you don't. You don't look the same because if you did, you wouldn't have all that on.
So, what is your advice
Facts.
for that?
All right, I'll tell you my advice.
He already gave it to you.
That's why I always recommend you need therapy. Because you seem like a sweet woman, but you're not getting it.
Mm-hmm.
You're being so mean.
I'm not being, don't tell me I'm being
mean at all. He's being nice.
I'm about to be mean. I get tired of you broads telling me I'm being mean because you cannot handle a goddamn shoot. You called my show on a day that you ain't even supposed to be here.
Now you're frustrated.
I honored the call and sat here and tried to help you, and I'm telling me I'm being mean. Get the fuck out of my phone. I'm tired of y'all doing this shit.
Now he mad.
So I haven't been on the gram in quite some time, but I checked back in, I saw my DMs, and I saw quite a few of y'all hit me up with this video. Apparently it's been going viral, or this dating or relationship.
Here you go in his car and his DMs again, but go ahead, Derrick. We're going to let you rock.
Coach or guru or something like that is telling this woman what y'all just saw. And it was quite a bit of outrage around how he talked to her, how he addressed all women as broads, how he cussed her out at the end. And all the time I was just thinking like...
How he addressed all women as broads. That sounds so stupid. I hate how sensitive and soft people is.
Why hasn't she hung up yet? Like, this conversation should have been about 38 seconds long.
The same reason why you let the clip run out for so long. Because it was Kevin Samuels. He was telling her the truth. That's why she was talking to him, because he was telling her the truth. And nobody else is going to tell her the truth. You're going to lie. You're about to tell some type of cap. I know. I can feel it. It's coming up.
I don't know how you, as an adult, even get to a point in the conversation where you get to tell somebody that what they're saying to you is mean. Like, the way I tell people what they're saying to me is mean is that I hang up. And secondly, as a woman...
That means you don't want to deal with reality. Just like you hung up on your wife. You hung up on that situation. She was telling you you was being mean. And you hung up on that situation, huh? Get out of here, dude.
Anybody gauge your attractiveness or tell you that you're average at best in terms of how attractive you are as a woman. You don't even know if they really like women like that. If they're attracted to any woman. I'm not even being funny. I'm just being real.
No. You ain't being funny and you ain't being real. You trying to throw it. You being a modern woman. So now, if you look average, a dude gotta like dudes? Really, Derrick? Really, Derrick? This is what we doing? You did this? I didn't know this was on this video. You said that? Derrick, you ain't just say that, fam. Derrick, you ain't just say that, fam. You ain't go there.
Men and women saying he's being brutally honest with her. We need more of that. He's being brutally honest.
This is what he's doing.
Disrespectfully impractical. First off, because he didn't even really listen to her question like that. Like, she wasn't so much saying that she wanted a 6-figure guy. This is at least my perception.
She literally said she makes 6 figures. And for her to fully submit, she needs a guy that makes more than her. So since you can't listen well, let me listen for you, sir. That's what she said. Clearly. Derrick Capn.
To say is that basically she wants to feel safe and she wants to feel confident in submitting to a man, and she thinks the route to get there is by getting a 6-figure man. Like, anything other than addressing that, I already knew was going to be impractical, and it was. Secondly, as a woman, you should never gauge...
You're being impractical.
Or judge your standards or base your standards on how beautiful you think you are. Like, first off, we all ugly to somebody, but you should never do that. Why? Because if you say, well, you know what, I'm this amount of beautiful...
That's not what she did, because she called herself a 5 or like a 6. So therefore, she's basing herself based off her pet grooming business and how much money she makes. That's what she's basing herself on.
Therefore, I can have this type of guy based on my current physical features. What happens when those physical features change? What happens whenever you get a little older? What happens when you have 2 or 3 more kids, 1 or 2 more kids? What happens, God forbid, if...
And women not going to listen to this anyway, because a lot of women, this is what they do anyway.
Life happens to you and you get sick, or you get in a car wreck or anything like that. What happens if your quote-unquote beauty diminishes? His interest in you is going to diminish. And conversely, a guy, if he's, choosing you because he feel like his pockets ain't where he wanted to be, he got this much money in his bank account, what happens whenever you do what we ask all women to do, which is hold us down, believe in us, help our dreams come true, and you make his bag double, triple, quadruple?
Everybody doesn't. I heard what he just said, too. First of all, everybody doesn't ask their women to do that. And then, how the hell if you making his bag triple and all of this stuff? Like, every woman is not making no dude's bag double and triple and quadruple. They're trying to be with a bag with a quadruple and quadruple bag. What are you talking about, Derrick?
It's more money than what he had whenever he first chose you, and he chose you based on how much money that he had. That's the impracticality. That's the lack of logic in what he's saying.
This
and while we on the
dude is
subject,
just
to all
talking.
the guys out there, like, look, first off, every guy should be allowed to have his preferences without being shamed. Whether he like them big or small, dark or light, kids or no kids, or what have you. But I don't know why, as a man, you would ever let your bank account determine your confidence to go after what you want. Whatever.
Derrick, you tried it. See, you said what you just said, but you don't even believe it. And none of your followers do either. You said a man should be able to have his preferences without being shamed for it, or however you put it. You're right, but that's not how it goes. And women know, women are the main culprits of the things they hate the most. So you just tried it. You just said a man shouldn't let his money determine his confidence to go after women. So now you trying to coach guys with money to date average. You mean tell me the only reason you dating beautiful women is because you got money? Derrick, you are really trying it, dog. You are really trying it, dog. You gon' this might go viral. Everybody needs to see this. You're trying it with this one, bro. You tried it here. I cannot believe what I'm watching. Wow.
It is. When there's a lot of broke dudes out here taking rich dudes' women and using the rich dude's money for the condoms that he gonna use with the girl.
That happens.
And on top of that, it don't make sense to let a woman's physical features or how she looks.
That happens, but what's that got to do with the rich dude? Huh?
Be the deal breaker. That's not going to really lead to your happiness either. I'm going to just speak from personal experience real quick, because there was a time when I went after the baddest woman or as many women as I could possibly.
It was a time, huh? Well, wait a minute. Let's let him tell on himself. I ain't about to say nothing else.
Yeah, when I was a little younger in college and all that kind of stuff. Let me tell you something, man. Until I started placing true value on a woman, all I could get out of her was what she was going to do for my dick or how she was going to make me look to the homies. That's it. Like, it don't matter, like, how bad she is, how solid she is, because she can be both bad and solid. It don't really matter. If you don't put true value on a woman, you're never going to truly be happy. It took me years to mature to that point where I understood that, it's not about what she can do for me.
How many years is it taking for you to get to that point, Derrick? Huh? It's still a growth, you're still a work in progress, sir. He ain't through with you yet.
Sexually, it's about what we can do for each other's legacy. It ain't about if she got kids. Of course, nobody wants baby daddy drama and all that kind of stuff. But how's she going to raise my kids based on who she is? Is she going to be teaching them how to twerk on every little boy and roll blunts, or is she going to be teaching them a second language, how to play instruments, emotional intelligence, that type of thing? When I finally learned that, and I was half this dude's age, and I was making 6 figures in a month, not per year, in a month, and I haven't fallen off since then. I'm not flexing, but I'm not capping either. By the grace of God, I haven't fallen off. I'm just speaking from firsthand experience. That was the smartest decision I ever made, was to choose a woman not based on her looks, but based on who she was, and I was able to get both of Miss Jaxn.
If your social media platform was part of the reason you was making that much money, and you done fell off.
That's kind of off the subject, man. It just kind of trips me out, the level of immaturity in what he's saying, because he seems old enough. This particular counselor or whatever he is, he seems old enough to have gray hairs on his head, but when I listen to him, I hear a lot of adolescence in his mentality. But I saw people saying, well, D, what would you say?
You gonna get it. You gonna get it for this, Derrick. You gonna pay for this video. I promise you that. It's going to be my mission. You're going to pay for this one.
You say to the woman that called up looking for help, looking for guidance, and in the interest of being brutally honest, I would tell her straight up, like, you don't need to be looking for no dude that's making 6 figures. You need to be looking inside yourself for the part that is still broken from past relationships.
He told her that.
Allowing you to get talked to by this dude like you were just a dog. That's the first and foremost thing that you need to do.
First of all, he did not talk to her like she was a dog. He was very respectful to her, first of all. And he told her that she needed therapy. So you're trying to give the advice that he gave by trying to diss him. Man, shut up, Derrick.
Counselor a pass for how problematic he is and how much he's bullying this woman. It's not to give him a pass, but I'm going to be real with y'all. He ain't the first sales rep at Men's Warehouse that I've seen get a promotion, and now he feel like he got the keys to life. He ain't going to be the last, but it ain't it.
Wow. Now that was disrespectful. You're going to pay for this video. Don't worry about it, Derrick. We got you.
What you get called is what you answer to. And my priority is those of y'all who are genuinely looking for help, seeking answers, how to live a better life and all of that. For any man or woman that can relate to this woman that was calling, I'm going to tell you this. Remember who you were before you got broken. Remember the type of woman, if you're a woman, remember the type of woman you were on the path to becoming before you got broken. Remember.
Danae, let's talk to Danae. Let's give Danae Jaxn this same advice. Everything you're saying relates to her now.
Her and take steps towards that. Or else you're going to continue taking steps towards dudes who step all over you for their personal gain. Like what happened.
Because that's what you did. You stepped all over your wife for your personal gain. It was just a way to make you look better because you could say I'm married. So when men give this type of advice, it'd be like, yo, well, what are you? You're like, yo, I'm married. So it makes you look better giving this type of advice because you had a wife, but really you was a fuckboy. So if you was just a fuckboy, your advice wouldn't have looked the same, but you had a wife to try to make you look better. So you stepped over her for your personal gain. And it end up backfiring on you, and it's going to backfire you even more when this video come out because you will pay. And I promise you that because you disrespected Kevin Samuels, talking that men's warehouse, to think you got the keys to life shit, and then you lied, and then you capped. So you're going to pay. You'll see. You'll see. You'll see. Like and subscribe, y'all.